Welcome to day 8 of the Hopeful Skeptic Coffee Chat, where we take out a different icebreaker question on theology or philosophy every day to stimulate our minds. So let's see what the question is of the day. I invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy your favorite beverage, and we're going to get into it. So the prompt today is 3 words: thoughts on hell. And I'm definitely going to make a longer video on this. I even touched on it in a previous video in passing. I guess there's so many facets that you can talk about it. It's funny, I was actually going to record this video while having a campfire outside a little bit earlier, and that would have actually worked out nicely. But you know, we live and we learn. My thoughts on hell: I don't like it. I used to lead a Bible discussion for college students at my university, like many years ago, and we'd have, a couple dozen, something like that, students. And one of the questions I would ask is, if you could remove something from the Bible, this is predominantly Christian students, what would you remove? And so, it'd be like, I like stealing, or I want to have sex with my girlfriend, so I want to remove those passages. And I would usually pick something different. But if I could go back now and remove something from the Bible, it would be hell. And I know there's a part of me that would say, well, what about the justice that we all think we want? We have a judicial system in order to punish people rightly and in proportion to crimes that they commit. And we like that. We want that. We feel wrong when people get away with heinous acts, and therefore shouldn't, on an eternal scale, shouldn't it be the same way? Shouldn't we be, punished for wrongdoing? Or shouldn't evil people, at least, truly evil people, be punished? And yeah, I guess, I was watching a World War II documentary today, actually, and I'm like, should some of these people be punished in a way greater than what we could, cause them to experience in this life? Maybe. But a bigger part of me hates the concept. Like, let's say you're on the winning side of this, pendulum, and you get to go to heaven. Well, there's a couple of scenarios that could be going on, assuming hell exists. So you're in heaven, having a grand old time, but the Father has locked all the naughty kids in the basement and is torturing them while you're having the party in heaven. That's one scenario. Or the Father has punished all the children in hell, and then they've ceased to exist, so like a second death, and then you have a party in heaven. And then third, you get raptured and hell kind of like comes to earth. In all 3 situations, it's just like a horrific ideology to think that the vast majority of people are going to meet some version of eternal hellfire and punishment, eternal meaning either, infinite in duration or infinite in consequence. Because even if you get snuffed out at death, which I don't think that's what hell is biblically, but even if you did, that's an eternal, consequence. It's just a terrible way to go through life. It's a terrible thought to believe in. And I believed in it for so many years, and to go through torture just knowing, okay, all of those Chinese people, all those Indian people that are predominantly Buddhist in China, or at least have a worldview that is based on Buddhism, if they're not actually Buddhist, and then all the Indians that are predominantly Hindu, and then all the people in the Middle East that are, Muslim. It's like you're just all, that's like 3 to 5 billion people right there they're all doomed. They're virtually all going to go to hell. It's just like, how do you just go through life believing that, knowing that? Or the grandma that really never became a Christian, or the friend that's just like, I don't want to follow Jesus, and I want to be a good person, but I'm a liberal, and therefore I think all roads lead to heaven, so I'm not going to follow Jesus. Like, however you view it, you just have to go through life turning off a massive part of your brain that tells you most people I interact with in the world are going to be going to hell, unless I live in some like Bible Belt part of a certain country. That's a hard way to live. And again, me liking or disliking an idea has no bearing on if it's real or not. But if I'm going to give you my thoughts on the concept of hell, I don't like it. And if I had to choose, I would want to remove it from the religion. I think the good things it has going for it, of punishing people justly, honestly, I would just prefer to try to do that through our judicial system in life. And then at the end, just let those people be dead. Don't resuscitate them supernaturally in order to throw them in a vat of lava. Like, I hate the idea, to be honest. Again, it could be true. It could not be true, but I just hate the idea. And the fact that like an insanely large amount of people are just okay with the idea of hell, I think goes to show that, you can believe something crazy on your own and be a crazy person, but it takes like a large religion in order to get people to believe something that's crazy or heinous and is accepted as the masses. It takes something like a religion or a cult to do that. And I think hell may be one of those things. It's kind of crazy to say that, but those are my thoughts on hell. What are your thoughts on hell? Let me know down in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. This is day 8. We've completed more than a week of these daily chats. And for those that have been following along, I really appreciate you. And for the people that are new, welcome. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 9. Have a great day.